Hey everyone, Senrai Kai here. Today I'm going to be watching the 8th episode of Watashi no Yuri wa Oshigoto desu. So, let's jump on into episode 8 and see what progress is made. So, 3, 2, 1, go. Also, in case you haven't noticed, there is a cat, like right about there, just kind of sleeping in my bed. As if he owns the place, which he certainly does not. My cat is actually on my lap, so you can't see him. Yes, last episode we had Sumika and Kanoko, I think. Their interactions, where she finally discovered that she's a Gyaru. Just didn't know that before. She didn't. We did, of course. I just kind of assumed she knew it, so led to a bit of confusion on my part. As she grabs her. At least she didn't freak out and scream, you know. No, look at me. Not at them. Okay, finally we saw someone. Some Sumika specific focus? Did she get a, NTR? It kind of looks like it. As she just flexes that cross. Wish I had more context on that, but just from what we saw, seems like an unpleasant memory. Well, that's good. I want some coach salami. That sounds delicious. Well, yeah. Well, I stand here and do nothing. Do I get a head pat? There's the book. Yeah, you better. That was not a yes. You're saying that's not Hime? Like, if you say so, Ines, I'll work on that air. But then Kanoko, yeah. At least she's on your side. Unconditionally. Well, yeah, I mean, the Yuri show, we need to have some romance. Well, yeah, somebody will at least. Supposed to vote for yourself, remember? I don't want to. Is she? It does not look like Soken. She did say that, you know. I just don't know how invested she was on it. It hurts. I mean, I can understand why you would generally, yeah, go for a senpai for that sort of thing. But Hime is our protagonist. She's going in. I'm doing my best, One-sama. Please acknowledge me. Like, it gets the audience going. Mission accomplished. Gotta love having a smug look while buried in that chest. Like, let me at her, let me at her. But only one can be Bloom, right? That almost made me jump. Can you tell how many are inside? A maiden's hearts. Okay, definitely dedicated. Well, if you wore glasses, you'd have higher reading speed. In other words, no. I'd say it's a bit more than just that. Okay. Should I be nervous? That's the key factor, yeah. I mean, we called her a yandere before, so you never know what you might do. I actually am fairly nervous about how this is gonna go. What exactly she's gonna say here. I need specifics. Soft relationship. Basically, she's acting if they bang or not. Well. By the trade. That is the thing, though, yeah. Does she want to Western with her? See, you made her cry. Hope you're happy with yourself. I'm just hoping nobody falls down the stairs. That's just kind of where I'm at right now. Well, I mean, it could have gone better, could have gone worse. I mean, I get what she's saying. Like, yeah, in an overall group dynamic, if real romance happens between a couple of the members, it can definitely potentially mess things up. So, I get that her motivation seems to be keeping things solid, not broken, and trying to prevent something that could potentially do that. At least that's my interpretation of what she's trying to do. But like, she's clearly a focus on Kanako here, but like, isn't there real potential for Hime and Ayana Koji to develop into a real romance? I mean, it's kind of a fruitless fight. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, Mitsuki is the most votes. Wow. Okay. I mean, I didn't really expect that. Well then, the internal screaming. Yeah, I do kind of get that. It all makes sense to me. I can't argue with it. I mean, it's not the worst thing, I suppose. I'll just be taking you over here. This is my Hime, so. I mean, yeah, having your own nails on a bee bloom, it's not the worst thing ever. She did not want to hear that. I just hope she's not holding a knife or anything. Okay, okay. You have switched strategies. I mean, Sumika's not that far behind, so... Especially if, yeah, Kaneko switches over to supporting her. I mean, I would probably agree. Not that it really matters at all, but... It's all just, you know, lore for the setting. Oh, we got a real blush at her there. And a head pat, sort of. And everyone's supposed to support her, apparently. Getting mixed messages from Onisama. Okay, we are going to continue it. Well, yeah, that wouldn't change. Yeah, if Kaneko gives her votes, that's... Because she's already doing well. Fair question. I'm your Kohai. Please listen to what I ask. Oh, okay. What kind of request? So now I really am getting more and more curious how this is going to go. No. And here it is. Yeah, it's so weird to see this sudden shift, but... A new story's unfolding. Seems to be working. Yeah, like I didn't think she'd really mind too much. You know. She wants to support her friend after all. It'd be funny if after all the talk about, you know, no romance, she falls for Kaneko. Wouldn't that be something? I figured we'd hear that before now. But, okay. By we, I meant her, you know. Well, I got a blush out of her. Oh, was that a thing? I may have forgotten. Oh, okay. Okay. And her eyes are kind of, even before this shot, were kind of scaring me. But that reflection made it so much stronger. I should take a picture of that. Wow. I mean, the cards are on the table now. And there's a request. Well, damn, that's really dialed up near the end there. Jeez. But yeah, apparently I did forget about there being like a thing you could actually do if you won. The one and only Hitori Dakeno. Oh, it has a little combing ED card. Okay. Well, that was the 8th episode of Watashi no Yuri wa Oshigoto desu. And this episode, much like last episode, there is some real focus on Kaneko and Sumika, right? Because, I mean, here we got some real insight into her character, because like I said before, at some point, we haven't really got a lot of her specifically, like, because Mitsuki, we got plenty of backstory on, Hime, we got plenty of backstory on, Kaneko, I mean, she's connected to Hime, right? So through that, we kind of know enough about her, but with Sumika in particular, I keep trying. Mitsuki and Sumika, the two names, I kind of mix up in my head sometimes. But anyway, Sumika, like, we really know nothing about her at all, really. She's just that Senpai Gyaru character, right? But we get a shot, which I think was right after the opening. Because, yeah, we don't really see anyone for a while, and then we see Sumika, then we get a nice little, like, fade kind of transition over to the flashback, where she looks at a couple of girls that are clearly, like, worked at the cafe before, but presumably don't now, of course. You know, the first shot looked like they were kissing. The second shot just looked more like they're hugging. Not that it mattered too much, I think, but because they pretty much say that, yeah, there was some romance going on here. It's not nice interfering with someone's romance, that's what you said? Yeah, interfere with other people's romance. As she, you know, flaunts that little cross thingy. So, pretty much a straightforward example of what happened before and what she doesn't want to happen now. Like, it was a very quick little thing, but it did a lot to give us some perspective on her motivation and what drives her. And yeah, pretty much right now, specifically, what drives her is putting a stop to Kaneko's feelings for Hime, you know, taking root and blossoming and breaking, destroying what they have here, right? I guess that's kind of how I would phrase it. But she's also not really, because she's kind of not sure how to handle this really, because even though it's really clear that Kaneko loves Hime, she also hasn't really been doing much to pursue it, right? Aside from, you know, obvious moments where she's jealous and stuff like that. But aside from that, nothing too bold. But of course, the boldest thing, of course, is near the end there, where she's like, hey, if you become Bloom, use your power to abolish the whole Western sister thingy that they got going on, right? Which would be a real attack towards things, towards the Ayano Koji Hime relationship. But like I said, that is very contradictory to what Sumika wants. And yeah, basically she said, give up on Hime-chan is how she phrased it. Because she had a picture of, I mean, I do remember that scene, yeah, when Hime is sleeping, Kaneko just walks up, twirls both their hair together. Which is just, I think that's some kind of Yuri mating ritual. But yeah, that shot there makes it very clear that there's something going on there. I mean, I say very clear. It's, I mean, girls, friendship, they can do a lot of things, right? Without necessarily being romantic. But that there is definitely like giddy, like you could definitely take it that way. But you could also probably play it off as just a silly, playful friendship thing if you really wanted to. But either way, the point is that it makes it clear to, you know, Mitsuki, or Sumika, that she loves her, right? So that's the main point of it. But yeah, I mean, the ball is kind of in Kaneko's court now, right? She has to decide what she wants to do. And it'll be interesting to see. But it was mostly about those two, but there was a decent amount of Hime Mitsuki stuff as well, right? Especially that one bit where someone gives a contradictory message to Hime, right? Because we're just like, vote for me. It's like, no, vote for, you know, Sumika. But that's the thing. Like, this whole voting thing, I didn't really think too much of it when it was first introduced as a concept, but it clearly is pretty important, like, for the most part. And whoever does win, and how they choose to use that power, very clearly could potentially have some real tangible results on the overall show. But yeah, I think that's all I really have to say. Just like I said, it's really up to Kaneko, and I'm really curious how she's going to handle this, so just have to wait and find out. So thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.